Imagine waking up each morning with a quiet sense of peace, no matter what the day might bring. What if the weight of worry, the grip of fear, or the endless chatter of doubt could slip away, leaving you free to live fully in each moment? This isn't a distant dream. It's a possibility rooted in the timeless wisdom of Buddhism, a path that teaches us to embrace uncertainty and find strength in a calm, resilient mind. Today, we're diving into how accepting life's unpredictability can make your days lighter, your heart steadier, and your spirit more at ease. Stay with me, because these ideas could change the way you see the world. Life, especially as we grow older, often feels like a river that shifts its course without warning. Maybe you're facing changes, retirement, health concerns, or family dynamics that aren't what they used to be. Or perhaps it's the smaller moments, the unexpected bill, the plans that fall through, or the quiet ache of wondering what's next. These uncertainties can stir up anxiety, make us cling to control, or leave us feeling lost. I've been there too, staring at a future that felt like a foggy road, unsure of where it was leading. But here's what I've learned, and what Buddhist wisdom gently reminds us. Uncertainty isn't the enemy. It's a teacher if we're willing to listen. Buddhism invites us to see life as it truly is, impermanent, ever-changing, and beyond our full control. This idea, called anicca or impermanence, isn't meant to unsettle us but to free us. Think about it. When we fight uncertainty, we're like someone trying to hold water in their hands. The tighter we grip, the more it slips away, leaving us frustrated. But when we open our hands, let the water flow, and trust its movement, we find ease. This shift in perspective can feel like a quiet revolution in the heart. It's not about giving up, but about loosening our need to control every outcome. Let's pause for a moment. Think about something in your life right now that feels uncertain. Maybe it's a decision you're wrestling with, or a situation you can't predict. Notice how your body feels when you dwell on it. Tightness in your chest, a racing mind. That's your mind resisting the flow of life. Buddhism teaches that this resistance is the root of our suffering, or dukkha. We suffer not because life changes, but because we demand it stay the same. The good news? We can learn to let go, to soften that resistance, and to find peace, even when the ground feels shaky. So, how do we start? One simple practice is mindfulness, being fully present in this moment, without clinging to the past or worrying about the future. Try this right now. Take a slow, deep breath and notice the air moving through you. Feel your feet on the ground, the weight of your body in your chair. For this one breath, let go of what's next. This is mindfulness, and it's like a gentle anchor in life's storms. You don't need to sit cross-legged for hours or be a monk to do this. You can practice it while washing dishes, walking to the mailbox, or sipping your morning tea. The key is to return to the present again and again. Let me share a story. I once met an older woman named Lila at a community center. She was in her late 60s, vibrant but carrying a quiet sadness. Lila had lost her husband a few years earlier, and the loneliness was heavy. She told me how she used to wake up each day dreading the emptiness, worrying about how she'd fill her hours. Then she joined a meditation group and learned about impermanence. At first it scared her. Everything changes, nothing lasts. But slowly, she began to see it differently. Instead of fighting her loneliness, she sat with it, breathed through it, and noticed it without judgment. Over time, she found moments of joy in small things. A neighbor's smile, a blooming flower. By embracing the uncertainty of her days, Lila discovered a strength she didn't know she had. Lila's story shows us that mindfulness isn't about erasing pain, but about making space for it, alongside joy, curiosity, and hope. Buddhism teaches that our minds are like the sky. Thoughts, emotions, and uncertainties are clouds passing through, but the sky remains vast and untouched. When we practice mindfulness, we connect to that sky-like spaciousness within us. We stop being swept away by every storm. Another practice to try is cultivating metta, or loving kindness. This is about offering goodwill to yourself and others, even in uncertain times. Start with yourself. Close your eyes and silently say, "May I be at peace, may I be strong, may I be kind to myself." Then extend it to someone you love, a stranger, even someone you find difficult. This practice softens the heart, reminding us that we're all navigating life's unpredictability together. It's a way to feel connected, even when the world feels unsteady. These practices take time, and that's okay. You don't need to be perfect. Buddhism isn't about achieving a flawless mind, but about walking the path with patience. Think of it like tending a garden. You plant seeds. Mindfulness, loving kindness, and water them daily. Some days you'll see growth, others it'll feel like nothing's happening. But beneath the surface, change is unfolding. Every moment you choose to be present, every time you offer kindness, you're strengthening your mind. As we move forward, know that this journey isn't about erasing uncertainty, but about dancing with it. Life will always bring surprises, but you have the tools to meet them with grace. Keep practicing, keep breathing, and trust that each step is shaping a stronger, calmer you. Let's continue this exploration together, diving deeper into how these ideas can transform your days. Now let's build on that foundation. You've started to see how embracing uncertainty through mindfulness and loving kindness can shift the way you experience life. But there's more to this path, ways to deepen your practice and bring Buddhist wisdom into every corner of your world. Life's uncertainties don't vanish, but your ability to meet them with clarity and strength can grow stronger every day. Remember Lila from earlier? Her story didn't end with just sitting through loneliness. As she practiced mindfulness, she began to notice patterns in her thoughts, how she'd spiral into worry about the future or cling to memories of the past. Buddhism calls this samsara, the cycle of habitual thinking that keeps us stuck. Lila realized her suffering wasn't just from her loss, but from how her mind kept replaying what if and if only. Sound familiar? We all have these loops, worrying about health, finances, or whether we've done enough in life. The beauty of Buddhist teachings is that they give us a way to step out of these cycles. One powerful tool is vipassana, or insight meditation. This practice goes beyond basic mindfulness. It's about observing your thoughts and emotions with curiosity, not judgment. Sit quietly, focus on your breath, and when a thought arises, say, "What if I can't pay that bill?" Notice it like a cloud drifting by. Don't chase it or fight it. Just watch. Over time, you'll see that thoughts aren't solid truths. They're fleeting, like ripples on water. This insight loosens their grip, giving you freedom to choose how you respond. Let's try a small exercise. For 5 minutes today, sit somewhere quiet. Close your eyes, breathe naturally, and notice what comes up. If worry appears, silently label it worry and return to your breath. If joy arises, label it joy and come back. This isn't about emptying your mind, but about seeing it clearly. It's like cleaning a window. You start to see the world and yourself with new clarity. For someone in their 50s, 60s, or beyond, this practice can be a lifeline, helping you navigate the uncertainties of aging, health, or purpose with a steady heart. Another layer of Buddhist wisdom is karuna, or compassion. This builds on loving kindness, but goes deeper. It's about feeling the struggles of others and wishing to ease their pain. Imagine you're frustrated with a family member who's been distant. Instead of stewing in hurt, pause and consider their perspective. Maybe they're stressed, grieving, or unsure how to connect. Silently wish them well. May you find peace. May you feel loved. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings, but expanding your heart to hold both your pain and theirs. Compassion transforms relationships, turning conflict into understanding. Heard about a man named Tom, who was in his early 60s and struggling with resentment toward his adult son. They'd argued over money, and Tom felt betrayed. Through a Buddhist study group, Tom learned about compassion. He began to reflect on his son's pressures, work, kids, a strained marriage. Instead of staying angry, Tom started small, sending a kind text, no strings attached. Over months, their relationship softened. Tom said it wasn't just about fixing things with his son. It was about freeing himself from the weight of anger. Compassion, he found, was a gift to both of them. These practices, insight meditation, compassion, aren't quick fixes. They're like learning to play an instrument. At first it's clumsy, and you hit wrong notes. But with daily effort, you create music. Try setting aside 10 minutes each morning for meditation or a moment to practice compassion when you're upset. These small acts build a resilient mind, one that can face uncertainty without crumbling. Buddhism also teaches us about non-attachment. This doesn't mean you stop caring about people or dreams. It means holding them lightly, knowing they'll change, as all things do. For those of us in later years, this can be profound. Maybe you're attached to how your body used to feel, how your career defined you, or how family gatherings looked. Non-attachment invites you to love these things without clinging, to find joy in what is, not what was or might be. It's a gentle way to meet life's shifts, health changes, empty nests, or new chapters, with openness. Let's keep going. You're already planting seeds of mindfulness and compassion. These practices are like roots, grounding you as we explore how to live this wisdom in every moment, from quiet mornings to challenging days. Stay with me, because the path is unfolding, and it's leading to a life of greater ease and strength. You've come a long way already. The seeds of mindfulness, insight, and compassion are taking root, helping you see uncertainty not as a threat, but as part of life's rhythm. Now, let's weave these practices into the fabric of your days, so they become as natural as breathing. For those of us in our 50s, 60s, or beyond, this is a time of reflection, of redefining purpose, and of finding peace in a world that keeps changing. Buddhist wisdom offers a way to do that, not by escaping uncertainty, but by living fully within. One area to focus on is breaking old habits of thought. Over decades, we build patterns, worrying about what others think, ruminating on past mistakes, or fearing what's ahead. Buddhism calls these kleshas, or afflictive emotions that cloud our clarity. The antidote, prajna, or wisdom, which comes from seeing things as they are. Start by noticing one habit that pulls you into unease. Maybe it's dwelling on, "I should have done more," when you think about your career or family. When that thought arises, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it helping me now? Often you'll see it's just a story your mind tells, not a fact. A woman named Sarah, 70, shared how this worked for her. She used to lie awake, replaying choices from her younger years, why she stayed in a job too long, why she didn't travel more. It stole her sleep and joy. Through Buddhist teachings, she began questioning these thoughts. She'd sit quietly, notice the regret, and ask, "What's true now?" She realized she was healthy, had a loving daughter, and could still explore new hobbies. By letting go of old stories, Sarah found energy to join a painting class, something she'd always wanted to try. Her mind became lighter, her days richer. This practice of questioning thoughts pairs beautifully with chanda, or wholesome desire. This isn't about chasing fleeting pleasures, but about nurturing intentions that align with peace. Ask yourself, what do I want my days to feel like? Maybe it's more connection with friends, quiet moments in nature, or volunteering. Set a small intention each morning, like calling a friend or spending 10 minutes in meditation, and follow through. These choices shape a life of meaning, no matter what uncertainties arise. Buddhism also deepens our sense of connection. The teaching of interdependence reminds us that no one exists alone. Our actions ripple out, touching others. Think about a time you felt uplifted by someone's kindness. You can create that for others. Try small acts. Smile at a stranger. Listen fully when someone speaks, or offer a helping hand. These moments weave a web of care, making life's uncertainties feel less isolating. For older adults, this can be especially powerful, countering loneliness and rekindling purpose. Let's talk about applying this in tough moments. Say you're facing a health scare or a family conflict. Instead of spiraling into worry, return to your tools. Breathe mindfully to calm your body. Reflect with compassion. This is hard for me, and it's hard for them too. Then act from wisdom. Maybe it's an honest conversation or seeking support. These steps don't erase challenges, but they help you meet them with dignity. Keep nurturing these practices. Meditate daily, even for 5 minutes. Question unhelpful thoughts. Act with kindness. Each choice is a thread in a tapestry of resilience. You're not just surviving uncertainty, you're thriving within it, creating a life of depth and calm. Let's wrap this journey with a final reflection to carry forward. We've walked a long path together, exploring how Buddhist wisdom can transform uncertainty into a source of strength. From mindfulness to compassion, from questioning old habits to living with purpose, you've discovered tools to make life easier, richer, and more peaceful. These aren't abstract ideas. They're practices you can weave into every day, whether you're savoring a quiet morning or facing a storm. The heart of this journey is simple. Life is uncertain, but your mind doesn't have to be. By embracing impermanence, you free yourself from the struggle against change. By practicing mindfulness, you find an anchor in the present. By cultivating compassion, you connect with others and yourself. And by living with wisdom, you create a life that feels meaningful no matter what comes. Keep going. Set aside time each day to meditate, to reflect, to act with kindness. Be patient. Change unfolds slowly, but every step counts. Share your journey with others, your insights, your struggles, your victories. Together, we build a community of resilience and care. May you find peace in each moment, strength in each challenge, and joy in each day. Thank you for walking this path with me. Keep shining. To apply these lessons, start with a daily 5-minute mindfulness practice. Sit quietly, focus on your breath, and notice thoughts without judgment. This builds a calm, resilient mind, especially helpful for navigating health concerns or family changes common in later years. Next, practice loving kindness daily. Silently wish yourself and others peace, reducing loneliness and fostering connection. When worry arises about finances, aging, or purpose, pause and ask, is this thought true? How can I act with wisdom now? This cuts through mental loops, freeing energy for meaningful actions like volunteering or reconnecting with loved ones. Finally, embrace small intentional acts. Smile at a neighbor, listen deeply to a friend. These ripple outward, countering isolation and rekindling purpose. For older adults, these practices offer profound relief, turning uncertainty into an opportunity for growth. They're not about perfection, but persistence. Each moment you choose presence, kindness, or wisdom, you're crafting a life of depth and ease, rooted in Buddhist teachings that have guided millions toward peace.